What's up guys, my name is Kazzy and welcome to episode number 4 of my classic Road to Glory. We start this episode by pretty much just adding the Vidal that we picked up on loan. We add him into the starting, well not even the starting 11, we add him into reserves. We will find a way to put him into the team very soon. But we do pick up a manager card just so everyone who is in either Serie A, which is everyone in this team, or Italian, if we do decide to try and get some sort of hybrid going eventually, they'll get a bit of extra chemistry, and that means they'll get a +1, so they can play slightly out of position. It means a CDM can play at centre mid, or a centre mid can play at CDM, and still hit the right chemistry. But as you can see, we make multiple changes to the team, the most notable of which is Unazi out for Arturo Vidal, and it only takes us 12 minutes to get the first goal as we run through with Destro, and Destro smashing in another one, showing Osvaldo that his place is truly in jeopardy and trying to prove that he is a good striker. But in my opinion, Osvaldo is still the better striker, even when he does round the keeper and he slots one home calmly in the 19th minute to make it 2-0. But now this is a heavily goal-packed episode, so I'm not showing many highlights of the games. There's not going to be, well, there's no highlights of these games, I don't think. It's just goals, and as he sweats it across to Hernandez, I'm not going to complain. It's a really good ball by Giovanni Dos Santos, but it's an even better finish by Hernandez. And we get a little bit lucky there. Destro bouncing off a player, but we do manage to smash it across the keeper. I heard that those shots weren't as good, but they're working really well for me. But we do cross it in with Joaquin in the 30th minute. It comes out to Chigarini, and Chigarini just smashes it from distance. Whenever you get a ball like that from a corner, wherever it pops out to you, you've always got to hit it. You've always got to take it straight away, because you've got a very high chance of scoring. But goalkeepers just seem to be a bit derpy from that situation, and you will be able to get goals from it. We now roll through to the 42nd minute. We are still in the first half. We are 4-1 up, and not for long, because Destro manages to put us 5 goals to the good with a 4-goal gap. We are not going to be letting this one go, no matter how bad my defending is. We will not be losing this one. And somehow he does manage to keep that in. I don't know how. I make a good tackle with Basta there. He manages to keep hold of the ball. He does quite a bit nice passing there. And then he finally comes around to Chicharito. And from that distance, Chicharito's not going to miss. He's got 88 finishing still on this game, even though he's moved to Real Madrid, which it should be a step up from Man United. But he is now a second choice keeper for some reason. And striker. But anyway, forget that. Keita absolutely smashed one in. We get fouled, and I do take the free kick quickly. Even though the free kicks are pretty OP on this game, I thought I'd try catch him out, and that I do, and hit it with Keita's left foot. And the keeper, I think it's Ochoa in goal, he is just not able to do anything. He just watches it fly over his head. And we do make it 7-2 in the 67th minute. And this game just got out of hand for this guy. He just wasn't good at defending. He was all over the place. And eventually he goes for damage control by just standing there and hoping I'll take mercy on him. And I actually do. And I just let him see out the game, keep the fitness of my players. He gets to keep the fitness of his players. And he doesn't get any more goals conceded. We already got our full goal bonus, so it's no issue to me. We win that game 7-2, and that means we can rock into the next game and hopefully have a bit more stamina on our players, seeing that we didn't play the last 10-15 minutes of that final game. That's the first 3 points in this division. Now, I did get a big boost from, I had about 6,000 coins, and I decided to invest it wisely and brought everything on player contracts. I got about 33 of them, and so now we can basically, if a player runs out of contract, we don't have to worry about it for quite a long time. We can just apply one to them, and that's just good stuff then. We don't have to worry about contracts. We can just buy players, improve a team, and not have to worry about consumables, unless we want to go and buy chemistry styles, of course. Due to the large amount of goals in the last game and the game coming up, that's a little bit of a spoiler alert for you guys. There's only going to be 2 games this episode. Sadly, I'm usually going to aim to add 3 games per episode, but we'll just see for now. If it carries on getting these high-scoring games in these lower divisions, it will be less, and if it goes higher, then it's going to be more. And it's the man of the episode, really, Chigarini, shooting it from distance once again and getting it in. When I first shot that, I thought it was going horribly wide, and it's got that perfect amount of outside curve. I think he hits it slightly with the outside of his boot, and it does just curve back in, and it's a really nice goal by Chigarini. His long shots are good, his free kicks are good, and he's just a very good centre midfielder. It seems like he's got decent tackling as well. I haven't had any problems with him so far, but we are playing in those lower divisions, and so we are playing against some not so stellar opposition. We get a very lucky goal there. Vidal brings it down on his chest, Takes about 2 minutes to actually knock it in, but he does manage to do it, and it does put us 2-0 up. And Osvaldo back in the team. He's back from fitness, and we do a fancy little flick. I love the fancy flicks in FIFA, and I will try and do them at all times. And it's Ljajic managing to knock that one in on the volley. It just floats in nice and softly. I thought he missed it at first, but it turns out he does manage to get it in. And in the 35th minute, we are still in the first half. This is why there's so many goals this game. People in these divisions just can't defend very well. We do a little ball roll. I'm just trying out new ways to score goals. And seeing last year, you could do a ball roll and then shoot, and it made quite a bit of room. This year, it didn't seem so effective there, but then again, it might still be effective. But finesse shots, whenever you're in and around the box, you just want to do a finesse shot. It's nice and simple, and it's easy to do. And how about that for a free kick? Chigarini, once again, absolutely smashing it. That's a bit of Albion B action there with the power free kick, and we do smash it off a crossbar. The keeper can't do anything about it. Another little fancy flick there. Osvaldo gets completely wiped out, and Joaquin gets a little bit lucky. When it's not this guy's day, it really wasn't it today, because it just went under his keeper there. I felt bad for him at this point. We go 8-0 up. And I just, 54 minutes into the game, he does pause, or he just turns his Xbox off. He's had enough. Connection has been lost with your opponent. We pick up 1,400 coins, and that is going to be the final match of this episode. As you can see, we completely dominated him. He only had one shot, and I think that was from the halfway line when he was raging. And we do pick up our second win in this division. We do make a couple of transfers. We bring in Ljajic just as a little bit of a rest player for Ljajic, and we do bring in Maggio, the only other choice really for us, the right back position, just when Basta is getting a little bit tired. But that's the end of this episode, guys. I'm just going to show you Osvaldo's stats just to end off the episode and make some changes to the team. So if you have enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure you share, because it will really get my my channel out there a bit. And as you can see, 12 goals in 4 games for Osvaldo. That's what I'm talking about. Anyway, I've been Kazzy, you guys have been amazing, and I'll talk to you all very soon.